Welcome everyone back to Wellness Wednesdays. My name is Alejandra. I am the Artistic Director for Innersense Organic Beauty. I'm a holistic hairstylist and the owner of a clean air salon. Today, we're going to be focusing on harmonizing the body through flower essences. I'm speaking with plant and flower alchemist guru, Katie Hess, owner of LOTUSWEI. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to be here.
Thank you so much. Will you tell us a little bit about what flower essences are and how we can use them?
Yeah, so if you just close your eyes and imagine yourself in a garden of roses and notice what that feels like and how different it feels if you imagine that you're in a redwood forest. Totally. And then imagine you're in a field of wild daisies and they're blowing in the wind. Whole different feeling. Okay, Kate, open your eyes if they're closed.
Right.
So there is this secret language of flowers. It's actually not so secret because all of us speak the language without knowing that we speak it. We're innately aware that different flowers make us feel differently. So flower essences are a way to sort of capture that feeling that each flower emits and introduce it into our body in a way that can help us have that feeling, even if we're stuck inside all day or we don't have time to go. Maybe we're in Phoenix. We don't really get to see peony gardens very often, right? So it's a way to bring nature into our daily lives, even when we don't have enough time to get out. In a very simplistic way of describing it, it's a solar infusion of a flower. It's like the energetic signature. Typically, it would be taken internally, but you can always use it externally. And traditionally, it was drinking the dewdrops from the tops of flowers. How cool is that?
That's so cool.
So basically, it's scaled up into a form that you can just take it in a bottle. It's different from essential oils, and they're very complementary. We use them together all the time, but essential oils have that beautiful, strong scent, whereas flower essences don't have any scent at all. They work through your acupuncture meridians. It's kind of like an acupuncture tune-up without the needles.
That's incredible. And you describe, or you actually, when you were describing these different gardens and these different environments, it's incredible how you really do know what feeling they must be providing. I mean, I think I would have thought that it's just how I feel towards those flowers, but it sounds like you're saying there's a universal feeling because there's a universal essence that they are sharing with us.
Yeah, and if you take it even a step further, you can actually, for example, if you go into a flower shop and there are 60 different flowers and you want to pick something to put in your salon, for example, you will always be drawn to those flowers that will specifically benefit you most in the moment, without a doubt. So we think these things are arbitrary, just go towards some delphinium because they're pretty. But it's actually what our energetic system, our emotional body is longing for, because that particular flower may have an energetic signature that brings us naturally back into our own balance and helps us recognize that strength if it's been a little off balance. So even in your salon, you can have a card with images of flowers and have people just point to the flower that they're most drawn to. And there's always this moment of oh my gosh, I feel so exposed or seen, or how did you know? Right? Because innately we always move toward what can benefit us most in the moment.
Well, it takes me back to last week when I did go flower shopping. I have a wholesale account at a local shop here, and I was drawn to these peonies, which is why I keep bringing that up, and you're talking about them, so it's kind of interesting. But I was drawn to them, and what I found interesting, so I bought peonies, tulips, yellow tulips, and dahlias, or I may be saying it wrong, dahlias, I'm not sure how you say them. And and another long flower I don't know the name of. And I came to the salon and I started making this bouquet, and I made bouquets for all of our stylists, a small little bouquet with one of each of the flowers. I made myself one, and then I had the big mama at our front desk. And, I didn't associate it with what I may have been needing or what the collective has maybe been needing, but that's what I, you know, was attracted to. So I am curious if you know of any significance to that. I'd love to hear.
Peonies are like the powerhouse flower of abundance. It's it helps us dissolve any patterning that we have around lack, or there's not enough, or scarcity, or I don't have enough money, or if she's successful then I can't be successful, or things might run out, or we've seen a lot of that this year. So it is bringing in this like wild sense of what is like the true reality of Mother Nature, which is absolute abundance. And anyone who has a fruit tree in their backyard knows, right, that if you have a fruit tree, you always get way more fruit than your family can even consume, and you have to start giving it away to other people. And it like infuses all of ourselves with that sense of gratitude for everything that we have in our life. We start feeling like, wow, everything's so lush, and I have everything I want, and I love everything I have. And then the more we experience that feeling, the more we sort of get more abundance piled on.
Right.
So that's peony. And it's also really good for like uninhibited, sensual kind of wildness.
Okay. So one thing that I noticed about the peony, which I never knew because I don't think I've ever seen one closed up, they bloom in a matter of moments. Like they will bloom before your very eyes. And I thought that was that to me, that's what I took from it. I took this energetic experience, or not experience, but I took the significant message for me was that we can all bloom at any moment, like at any time, and like in the middle of anywhere, and so I just thought that was so beautiful, the way it just bloomed and just existed. The other thing that you had mentioned was about these flower cards. I am obviously, I am a hairstylist, and I've been using LOTUSWEI at my salon for, I'm not even sure how long. You've been my client for so long, and I've wanted to use the flower essences for a while, and I finally have, and I've been sharing them with every single one of my clients by asking them what flower they're attracted to. And you have this really dynamic way of introducing flower essences to people with this flower card, which I am obsessed with, because I've been asking my clients right when they lay down in the shampoo bowl just to pick a flower. I don't tell them why or what is going on, and they're automatically drawn to something on here. And then in the back, there's a description about how you're feeling. And so, for example, radiant energy says, radiant energy cleanses the body of toxins and wakes up our natural stores of energy. It magnifies vitality and strength, powerful presence, energetic protection. It dissolves fatigue, taking on others' stress, and computer cell phone use. So I thought that one was really interesting. I think they're all really interesting. And every time somebody chooses a flower and I read to them what the essence is all about, 100% of the time they say, this is exactly what I needed, or this is exactly how I've been feeling, whether it's self-love or blooming into your next expression, and having fierce compassion, and all of these different essences that are available to us. So I want to thank you for creating such a powerful experience or process for us to experience. As hairdressers, we are constantly, interacting with other people's energies, and to be able to let them just fully rest, and for them to choose what it is that they need, and for us to be able to give that to them is such a gift for both me as a hairdresser and for my clients. So I definitely thank you so much for providing that for us. And I have so many more questions, Katie, that I want to get into. And our time is just dwindled. If we can really quickly, I wanted to ask you about, so Innersense does utilize essential oils, and we use plants in a lot of our, we use essences in, I guess not essences, but we do use flowers in our ingredients. And so one of the main ingredients that I find across the board is orange blossom. So I would love to know if there's a significance or energetic something that is associated with orange blossoms.
Yeah, I mean, the orange blossom that I'm most familiar with is navel orange, and that is about sensuality and feeling really warm. So like warming up all the areas of our life where we feel a little bit cold or aloof or restricted, and just like bringing in more warmth.
Yeah. And tell me what you think about this. I remember somebody saying something about when you peel an orange, that zest that comes in that's when I think about oranges, I think of this immediately going into your childhood and sort of tapping into this sort of innocence, if you will, and also joy. And it's like you already know what's waiting for you. You crack it, you peel it open, and like you said, it's about sensuality. So it's like you're already sensing what's next, and when I use Innersense, I feel that same way. I feel like there's just this burst of joy and energy that comes with using their products. So I wondered if that's anything like.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, the orange is like the embodiment of joy and allowing your inner child to play and enjoy life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's like all together with the blossom and the fruit, it's like the full, rich embodiment of yourself and life.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for talking with us. Katie, will you let us know how we can stay connected, how we can learn more about flower essences and
Yes, you can visit our website. We're at Lotus, like the flower way, WEI.com. And there's a really fun quiz on the homepage where you can pick the flowers you're most attracted to and get sort of like a little recommendation of what might be happening in your life. And we're on all the social media channels too.
Yeah, so we'll definitely make sure to link her handles below for LOTUSWEI and for Katie and for everything that you do. Thank you so much again, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
Oh, thank you so much. I've been using Innersense every day. I love it so much.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Well, enjoy your day, and we'll stay connected.